We love music. You are locked into Six Towns Radio.
My first question is, what was it like to be on TV?
It was quite interesting. I mean, I've done quite a lot of radio. Sadly, I should say, with Radio Stoke. And I should point out I've had a lot more fun here today than Radio Stoke.
Other radio stations are available. We can say Maltesers, but you can't say Radio Stoke. No, of course you can.
So I've done quite a bit of radio stuff before, and I was once on telly on Songs of Praise about, must be 10, 15 years ago, when I was in a choir boy, like at the back, but that was just in the corner. Whereas, yeah, I mean, the whole TV thing was quite interesting, actually.
That's massive. That's like me being on top of the pops, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
If you're going to go into that profession, that's what you want to be on.
Exactly.
That's the top. But, yeah, I mean, I think it was actually quite frustrating in one sense, because we did loads of filming. I mean, we spent there were almost like 2 complete days, then quite a lot of evenings, and then it wasn't so much the film company who sort of put it together. It was sort of the BBC and some of the other stations are available. It was also, it's the way it was sort of commissioned that a lot of the stuff that we'd used, done wasn't used, and actually kind of looking, thinking, why did they use that particular clip, which didn't perhaps add to the story that much? Was then remembering stuff I'd actually done, some quite good stuff. Well, I thought anyway, and some quite good interviews with people in the street and things. Then that wasn't actually shown, so it was like if you're a little bit frustrating that you kind of thought, there were so many hours of footage. I know they had to cut it down, because I think it's something like, is it every hour they film equates to, is it a minute on TV or a second? It's something ridiculous, the amount of in the editing process. So I think so. But it was quite interesting. The number of people who'd actually seen it, certainly locally. You kind of, I do a funeral, and at the end, you shake hands. People say, "Oh, nice service, Vic, a nice service." Then someone, "Oh, I saw you on the telly," which is a little different. And I had quite a few letters as well from like all over the country. I mean, like one woman down in Cornwall wrote and said, "Oh, I'm from Tunstall originally, and it was really good to see you on the telly." And she went to the church down there, and she said it was actually good to see that. Yeah, that I was just getting involved with the community, and it was an interesting experience. So.
Yeah, that links on to
I'm available for more TV.
It links on to my next question. Are you starting to feel like a local celebrity now?
Oh, well,
that's the question.
Yeah, I think there's. I mean, you did get said there's a little bit. I mean, obviously, sometimes it's quite hard when that people sort of know me. I mean, it's like, say, obviously we're doing quite a lot of funerals and things. There's a lot of people will see me in the street and you're like, "Oh, hi, Father John," and you kind of think, "Hello, who are you?" And at times it's, I mean, I remember...
Leave me alone.
I know that feeling. I get that all the time, as I'm sure you can imagine,
But, I mean, it's been quite interesting to say, just because actually sometimes people, that maybe wouldn't have spoken to me otherwise actually will do this time, and it can be quite, an opener for getting involved with other stuff. You may remember me from TV programmes such as, like the Troy McClure thing from The Simpsons. But, I mean, it's been... I've not had too much kind of fan mail or anything like that, but it's been interesting just to actually see people's reactions, and also I mean, in one sense, because obviously we failed. I mean, that was if you look at one side, I mean, perhaps that was due to the council as well. We won't get into that now, but it was actually a lot of people saying well done for having a go.
Yeah, and you drew a lot of attention to it. So.
And that's the thing I couldn't get with the council. They kept promoting the programme. It was weird. On
I know,
Twitter, don't forget to watch this. And you're thinking like, if I was in charge of the tweets from the council, I wouldn't be promoting this programme. But yeah, I mean, I think it was an interesting thing to be involved with, and certainly, just to try and and hopefully just to get a few more people talking about Stoke. And I mean, it's quite interesting watching some of the programme the way they edited it. They went down Waterloo Road twice at one point in the van when they were trying to collect the council tax. But I think it was an interesting thing to be involved with, and certainly just I mean, I wouldn't say quite celebrity status, but it's been quite fun, just sort of some of those conversations I've had with people I wouldn't have done otherwise.
My last question is, what do you think is a key thing that Tunstall needs to improve on?
Ooh, good question. I mean, I suppose it's always that. I mean,
Tunstall. How long have you got?
I should point out we are
sitting... reopen replay records.
I should point out we are sitting in Burslem at the time. But someone once said that what's good about Tunstall is not Burslem. But I mean, I think there's. I mean, Tunstall.
Now I like Burslem, Ardy.
I don't. It's a cracking night out. I mean, I think one of the problems with the city that actually Tunstall's actually not doing too badly. If you look at the actual high street, the market's still doing very well. I mean, I always think it seems sad that the market's not open more days. It's open Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays, which is great. But if you're disorganised like me, like a Monday, you've got no food, you have to go to a supermarket. But I think actually, and there's another supermarket that's been announced for Tunstall, and there's more shops coming in. And so actually, I think Tunstall actually, of all the places, is actually one of the better towns, if you like, for shopping. And so I wouldn't really want to change an awful lot.
Broadcasting to Stoke-on-Trent and the world. This is Six Towns Radio.